Hi everyone, welcome to another video on the monetary robot by the developer LeapFx. Today we're going to be looking at the third week results of running this robot on a demo account. We're going to take a look at whether we're able to get the same trade as the MyFX book from the broker and see what the results are. So if you're new here, just a quick summary. This is the monetary robot. It's developed by LeapFx. The big claim on this robot is that it's accumulated over 700% profit in just 3 months. And they basically say you can essentially use this robot on a $200 account. Now, it's also worth mentioning the 700% profit in 3 months is based on a very high risk strategy. We talked about this in the first video, where you're basically using big lot sizes to make up that money. Now you can see here you've got a high monthly return of over 100%, huge net profits, and obviously it just compounds over time. And then they have some testimonials down here. So if you're not a US client, they advise you to use a broker called Blaze Markets, which is what I have a demo account running on. If you are a US client, they advise you to use FX, which I haven't used and I can't comment on them. So taking a look quickly at the brokers MyFX book to see sort of what trades that they've had for this week or for this coming week. So in total, essentially, just wait for this to load. Essentially from when they started this account, this was back in February, you can see it's $1,000 deposit. It is a real account on Blaze Markets, and you're sitting at $20,000 of profit. So very, very high, profit. And when you're looking at the drawdown, you've got under 20% drawdown. So that is still very impressive. Now, let's look at this last week. Sorry about that. Let's look at this last week and see what sort of trades that were taken. So for this last week, I see the only trade we have was on the 9th. I think that was a Tuesday. We've got a Euro GBP sell at an open price of 84595, 10 pips at $344, and that was held for 15 hours before it closed off in profit. So let's go see if we were able to replicate that same trade on our VPS. Okay, so let's having a look here. We've got the same trade on the 9th as well, Euro GBP 84595. We've had a profit of $48. Obviously, we've got a much smaller lot size. Remember, we're taking a 0.4 lot size. They're probably taking a much higher lot size. We started this account off with $1,000 back on the 22nd of July. So we've got about, I would say, essentially a week to go. Just a week and a day to go. That will then give us a full month, report or of running this robot on the demo account. We can then see what sort of return we're going to be getting. But essentially, having it run for 3 weeks with $1,000, initial deposit, you can see we're making 31, 40, 40, 40, 29, 29, 24, and $48. So quite good profit, I would say, from this robot. We haven't taken any losses. You can see they've all hit the take profit across a variety of trading symbols as well. So that's pretty good to see. Currently, we're sitting at $275 in profit, which is not bad. I mean, that's pretty high. That's almost 30% essentially of your account in month 1. So hopefully in this next week, we've got another trade or two that comes in, takes us over the $300 mark, which means we're then getting in excess of 30% growth in year 1 for the robot, which is quite impressive. So again, we're running it on Blaze Market. It is a demo account. Depending on what happens in the end of month 1, whether we do have a lot of profitability, I may switch over again, run this on a live account and see if we can replicate the results. You'll remember we did the same thing with a Swing VIP. We ran it on demo for a month. We basically hit $200 in that first month. I then switched over to a live account and I was able to replicate hitting that $200 on the live account. So we may do the same thing with the monetary. We may run it for a bit longer, see if we can really grow that account or replicate that $1,000 to $20,000 in 3 or 4 months. I mean, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, it is very high risk. I don't know if I would run that high risk, but let's see how it goes. And I'll feedback with you guys next week to see how we closed the month off. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you want to check out this robot, I will leave a link down to the developer in the description below. Cheers.